Ever heard of family offices?
Mm.
It almost sounds like something out of a spy movie, right?
Yeah,
But in the financial world, they're very real, and they're making some serious waves.
definitely.
We're talking about private companies set up to manage the vast wealth of ultra-high net worth families.
Right.
Think way beyond your typical financial advisor.
Mm-hmm.
These offices, they handle everything,
Everything.
from investments and taxes to philanthropy, even things like managing household staff.
It's a world that has grown tremendously in just recent years.
Yeah.
We're talking at least 10,000 family offices globally,
Wow.
managing a combined total over $6 trillion in assets.
$6 trillion.
To give you some perspective,
I can't even wrap my head around that number.
that's more than the entire GDP of Japan.
It really shows you the sheer scale of wealth concentrated in these families.
It does.
Some of these offices might manage a mere $100 million,
Yeah.
while others are dealing with figures over $100 billion.
Right.
And leading the charge at Goldman Sachs in serving these family offices
Yes.
is Sara Naison-Tarajano, the
Exactly.
head of their Apex group.
Now, what makes Naison-Tarajano so interesting is that her path to Wall Street isn't the one you'd typically expect.
Oh, really?
She didn't come from a family steeped in finance.
Okay.
She grew up in Brooklyn,
Uh-huh.
where the focus was more on academics.
Okay.
And get this, she was even a nationally ranked tennis player in her youth.
Wow. Talk about drive and discipline.
Exactly.
You know, that athletic background makes so much sense.
Yeah.
When you think about the kind of focus and determination it takes to succeed in a high-pressure world like finance.
Absolutely. And initially, she wasn't even planning on a career in finance at all.
What?
She was set on becoming a lawyer focused on social justice.
Oh, wow.
But then during her senior year at Yale,
Uh-huh.
she had this chance encounter with Goldman Sachs that changed everything.
So what was it about Goldman Sachs
Yeah.
that made her completely ditch her plans for law school?
Well, during her senior year at Yale, Goldman Sachs held their recruitment event on campus.
Okay.
Naison-Tarajano decided to attend just to check it out.
Yeah.
She spent the entire day engrossed in conversations with people from various divisions. And by the end of the day, she was so captivated by the world of finance that she canceled all her other interviews and accepted an offer from Goldman.
Wow.
Talk about a life-changing decision.
That's incredible. To completely shift gears like that takes a lot of courage and a willingness to embrace the unknown.
It does.
And her journey within Goldman Sachs is equally fascinating.
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me about it.
She started in derivatives trading,
Okay.
which can be a pretty complex area of finance.
Yeah.
So think of it like this. Imagine placing bets on the future price of something, like the price of oil or gold, but using really complex financial instruments.
Oh, okay.
That's the simplified version
Yep. Yeah.
of what derivatives trading is all about. It requires a deep understanding of markets and a knack for analyzing complex data.
So not exactly a walk in the park, to say the least.
No.
But she didn't stop there, did she?
No, she did not.
Okay, where to next?
After that, she moved into the fast-paced world of public equities.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you're dealing with the buying and selling of stocks of publicly traded companies.
Okay,
Think of the stock market and all the action that happens there.
got it.
That was her next challenge.
So from complex bets on future prices to navigating the ups and downs of the stock market, it sounds like she really threw herself into the deep end of finance.
She did.
Wow.
And what's remarkable is that she thrived in these environments.
Yeah.
She wasn't afraid to ask questions,
Mhm.
to learn from colleagues who were more junior to her,
Mm-hmm.
and to constantly adapt to new situations.
Yeah.
It really speaks to her humility and resilience.
That's a fantastic takeaway for anyone, really,
Oh,
not just those in finance. Being willing to learn and adapt is essential in any career, especially in today's rapidly changing world.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And what makes Naison-Tarajano's story even more compelling
Yeah.
is that she navigated all this while also starting a family.
Right.
She became a mother early on in her career,
Okay.
which added another layer of complexity to her already demanding life.
It's a reality many people face.
It is.
Balancing the demands of a career with the responsibilities of parenthood.
Mm-hmm.
It can't have been easy, especially in a high-pressure environment like Wall Street.
Initially, she felt the need to hide that part of her life on Wall Street. She was worried about being judged or being seen as less committed to her work.
Right.
It's an unfortunate reality that many women, particularly in male-dominated fields, have faced for far too long.
That's sadly true.
Yeah.
But what's inspiring is that as her career progressed,
Hmm.
Naison-Tarajano made a conscious decision to embrace her motherhood,
Yes.
realizing that being authentically herself, both as a mother and as a leader, actually made her stronger and more effective in her role.
It's a powerful example
Yeah.
of how bringing your whole self to work can have a positive impact, not just on you as an individual, but also on the culture of the workplace.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And for her, being her whole self also involved embracing her passion for social justice.
Of course.
Her experiences as a white woman raising a biracial daughter deeply shaped her perspective and led her to become a vocal advocate for diversity and inclusion at Goldman Sachs.
It's a testament to how our personal experiences can fuel our commitment to making a positive change in the world around us.
Absolutely. And speaking of making a positive change,
Yes.
let's dive into what makes Naison-Tarajano and her team at Apex so successful in serving these family offices.
Okay.
It's more than just offering financial products, right?
Oh, for sure.
It's about building deep relationships and understanding the unique needs of each family.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
They don't just treat these families as clients.
Right.
They treat them as partners.
I like that.
They take the time to understand the family's long-term goals, their values, and even the dynamics within the family itself.
So it's like having a dedicated team of experts in your corner
Exactly.
who are not only managing your wealth,
Yes.
but also helping you navigate complex family decisions and plan for the future.
Exactly. And this approach has earned Apex a lot of praise.
I bet.
In fact, the CIO of a prominent family office described Apex's style as a centralized quarterback approach.
Oh, okay.
Having a single point of contact who can coordinate across all of Goldman Sachs's divisions streamlines the process for the families and ensures their needs are met holistically.
It sounds like they're offering a truly personalized and comprehensive service,
They are.
which makes sense given the complexity and scale of the wealth they're managing.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the big picture.
Right.
Naison-Tarajano is known for her hands-on approach and her dedication to her team. There's a great anecdote about her going above and beyond to help a talented female banker in Paris find a more flexible role within the company,
Oh, wow.
even though it meant lobbying 10 senior people to make it happen.
Wow, that speaks volumes about her commitment to her team
It does.
and her willingness to advocate for them, even when it requires pushing back against the status quo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this leadership style is undoubtedly a big part of what makes Apex so successful.
Uh-huh.
But to truly understand their success,
Yeah.
we need to zoom out
Okay.
and look at the bigger picture of how family offices are changing the landscape of finance.
Now, you mentioned earlier that family offices are managing trillions of dollars globally.
Yes.
What does this mean for the financial markets?
Right.
How are they wielding this immense financial power?
Well, what's really interesting is that family offices are increasingly becoming major players in private markets. They're investing directly in companies, real estate, and other alternative assets, often bypassing traditional financial institutions like hedge funds and private equity firms.
So they're not just relying on Wall Street to manage their money.
Right.
They're taking a more active role in shaping the investment landscape.
Exactly.
That's a pretty significant shift, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And it's creating both opportunities and challenges for established financial players like Goldman Sachs.
Okay.
On the one hand, family offices represent a massive pool of capital that banks like Goldman are eager to tap into.
Right.
But on the other hand, they're also becoming competitors in many ways.
So it's a bit of a double-edged sword.
It is.
And what does all this mean for the average investor?
Yeah.
How is the rise of family offices impacting the markets and the economy as a whole?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And one we'll delve into further as we continue our deep dive into this fascinating world.
Okay.
What we're seeing is a blurring of the lines between traditional investment management and private wealth management. Family offices are becoming more sophisticated, more demanding, and more influential.
Sounds like we're on the cusp of some major changes in the financial world.
We definitely are.
Wow.
And understanding these trends is going to be crucial for anyone who wants to navigate the complexities of investing in the years to come.
It's exciting and a little bit intimidating all at the same time.
I agree.
Yeah.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
Okay.
let's go back to Sara Naison-Tarajano and her journey.
Okay.
We left off with her move into public equities.
Right.
What happened next?
Yeah.
How does she end up leading Goldman Sachs's efforts in serving this rapidly growing segment of family offices?
Exactly.
Well, that's where her story takes another interesting turn.
Okay.
While she was excelling in public equities,
Yeah.
she started to notice this emerging trend of family offices becoming more and more active in the market.
Okay.
He saw an opportunity to combine her deep understanding of financial markets with her passion for building relationships and solving complex problems.
So she had this aha moment where she realized she could leverage her skills and experience to meet the unique needs of these families.
Precisely.
Wow.
And this led her to take on a new challenge within Goldman Sachs, to build a team dedicated to serving family offices and to develop innovative solutions that would meet their evolving needs.
And that's how Apex was born.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
And under Naison-Tarajano's leadership, Apex has become one of the leading providers of services to family offices globally.
So in a way, she was perfectly positioned to ride this wave of change in the financial world and to become a pioneer in this new landscape.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She had the technical expertise, the relationship building skills, and the visionary leadership to seize this opportunity and make a real impact.
And now let's talk a bit more about what Apex actually does for these families.
Okay.
What kind of services are we talking about? Is it just about managing investments or is it something more?
Well, it's definitely more than just picking stocks and bonds.
Okay.
Apex provides a wide range of services, from investment management and tax planning to philanthropy,
Wow.
and even things like art collection management, concierge services, and family governance.
Wow, that's quite a comprehensive offering.
It is.
It sounds like they're really taking a holistic approach to managing the needs of these families.
They are.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what we were talking about earlier,
Mhm.
building deep relationships.
Right.
And understanding the unique needs of each family. They're not just managing money. They're helping these families achieve their goals, preserve their legacies, and navigate the complexities of managing wealth across generations.
So it's about much more than just financial returns.
It is.
It's about creating lasting value and impact for these families.
Absolutely. And this approach has made Apex incredibly successful. They've attracted some of the wealthiest families in the world as clients. And they've become a model for how financial institutions can adapt to this changing landscape.
It's fascinating to see how one person's vision and leadership can shape an entire industry.
It is.
Yeah. Sara Naison-Tarajano's story is a testament to the power of embracing change, taking on new challenges, and always being willing to learn and adapt.
I agree.
So she's not just a successful businesswoman.
Right.
She's also a role model for anyone who's looking to make a difference in their field and to navigate the complexities of the modern workplace.
Absolutely.
Now, I want to come back to the idea that family offices are becoming major players in private markets.
Sure.
Can you give us some concrete examples
Yes.
of how they're investing their money and what kind of impact they're having?
Sure. One example is the growing trend of family offices investing directly in startups and early-stage companies.
Okay.
They're bypassing traditional venture capital firms and providing funding directly to entrepreneurs, which is fueling innovation and creating new businesses.
So they're not just passively investing in the stock market.
Right.
They're actively seeking out opportunities to support new ideas and drive economic growth.
Exactly. And they're often able to take a longer-term perspective than traditional venture capitalists, which can be beneficial for startups that need time to develop their products and build their businesses.
It sounds like they're playing a crucial role in shaping the future of innovation and entrepreneurship.
I think so.
What other examples come to mind?
Another area where family offices are making a big impact is in real estate.
Okay.
They're investing in everything from commercial properties and residential developments to agricultural land and infrastructure projects.
So they're not just looking for quick profits.
No.
They're investing in assets that have the potential to generate long-term value and contribute to the development of communities.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And they're often able to take on more risk and invest in projects that traditional real estate investors might shy away from.
It sounds like they're playing a key role in shaping the physical landscape of our cities and towns.
They are. And their investments are having a ripple effect throughout the economy, creating jobs, stimulating growth, and revitalizing communities.
So it's not just about building wealth for themselves.
No.
It's about using their resources to make a positive impact on the world around them.
Exactly. And this brings us to a crucial point.
Okay.
The growing influence of family offices is raising important questions about the role of wealth in society and the responsibility that comes with it.
It's a topic we'll definitely delve into further as we continue our deep dive.
We will.
But for now, let's pause here and reflect on what we've learned so far.
Okay.
We've explored the world of family offices, the reasons behind their rise, and the impact they're having on the financial markets.
We have.
We've also learned about Sara Naison-Tarajano,
Yes.
an inspiring leader who's at the forefront of this trend. And we've seen how family offices are using their wealth to invest in innovation, support entrepreneurship, and shape the future of our communities.
Right.
Now, as you consider all this, think about what it means for you.
Yeah.
How does the growing influence of family offices affect your own financial decisions?
That's a great question.
And what lessons can we learn from their approach to investing and managing wealth?
That's a lot to think about.
It is, but don't worry, we'll continue unpacking all this in the next part of our deep dive.
We will.
Stay tuned.
Yes, next time.
Welcome back.
It's fascinating to see how family offices are changing the investment landscape, isn't it?
It is.
They're not just chasing quick returns. They're thinking long term.
Yeah.
Sometimes even across generations.
Absolutely.
It's like they're playing a different game altogether.
Yeah.
One where patience and a focus on legacy are key.
I agree.
And it makes me wonder,
Right.
what are some of the unique challenges they face? Managing that much wealth across generations can't be easy. You're right, it's not always smooth sailing.
Right.
One of the biggest challenges is succession planning.
Okay.
How do you ensure the wealth is managed responsibly and that the family's values are upheld as it's passed down through the generations?
It's almost like running a mini dynasty.
It is.
You need to think about how to prepare future generations to manage this wealth responsibly.
Yeah.
And to use it in a way that honors the family's vision.
Exactly. And this is where things like family governance come into play.
Okay.
Family offices often help families develop structures and processes for making decisions about the wealth, resolving conflicts,
Right.
and ensuring that everyone is on the same page.
So it's not just about financial expertise.
No.
It's also about understanding family dynamics.
Yes.
And helping families navigate the complexities of wealth transfer.
Precisely. And this requires a very specific set of skills and a deep understanding of both the financial and the human aspects of wealth management.
It sounds like Sara Naison-Tarajano, with her background in both finance and social justice, is uniquely equipped to handle these kinds of challenges.
She is.
Yeah.
And that's why she's been so successful in building relationships with these families. They trust her not only to manage their money,
Right.
but also to guide them through these complex family matters.
You mentioned earlier that family offices are becoming more active in private markets.
I did.
How are they approaching these investments differently compared to traditional institutions?
Yeah.
What sets them apart?
One key difference is their long-term perspective.
Okay.
They're not as concerned with quarterly earnings or short-term market fluctuations.
Right.
They're looking for investments that will generate value over decades,
Wow.
even generations.
So they're not afraid to be patient and to ride out the ups and downs of the market.
Exactly. And this allows them to invest in areas that traditional investors might shy away from,
Like what?
like emerging markets, new technologies, or even social impact ventures.
It sounds like they're using their wealth to not only generate financial returns, but also to make a positive impact on the world.
They are, and this is where the line between investment and philanthropy is starting to blur.
Interesting.
Many family offices are actively seeking out investments that align with their values
Okay.
and contribute to solving global challenges.
So it's about more than just making money.
Yeah.
It's about making a difference.
Absolutely. And this is attracting a new generation of wealth creators who are looking to use their resources to address issues like climate change, poverty, and inequality.
It sounds like they're rewriting the rules of investing and redefining what it means to be successful.
They are, and this is having a ripple effect throughout the financial industry as more and more institutions are starting to incorporate environmental, social, and governance ESG factors into their investment decisions.
So the growing influence of family offices is actually pushing the entire financial world in a more sustainable and impactful direction.
It is, and this is a trend that's only going to accelerate in the coming years as more and more wealth is passed down to millennials and Gen Z, who are even more passionate about using their money to make a positive difference.
Now let's go back to Apex and Sara Naison-Tarajano for a moment.
Okay.
What specific strategies are they employing to attract and retain these high net worth families?
Right.
What makes them stand out from the competition?
One key factor is their focus on personalization.
Okay.
They don't offer a one-size-fits-all approach. They take the time to understand each family's unique needs, goals, and values.
So it's like having a custom tailored suit for your financial life.
Exactly. And this level of attention to detail is what sets them apart. They're not just managing investments, they're building relationships and providing a truly bespoke service.
And this personalized approach extends beyond just financial matters, right? Remember that story about Naison-Tarajano going above and beyond to help a female banker in Paris find a more flexible role?
That's a great example of how Apex goes the extra mile for their clients and their employees.
It shows.
It's about creating a culture of care and support, which is incredibly important when you're dealing with something as personal and impactful as wealth management.
It's not just about transactions.
Yeah.
It's about building trust and fostering long-term relationships.
Exactly. And this is where Naison-Tarajano's leadership style really shines.
Okay.
She's known for her empathy, her ability to connect with people on a personal level,
Right.
and her commitment to creating a diverse and inclusive workplace.
It's not just about being a sharp businesswoman.
No.
It's about being a good human being.
And that's what makes her such an effective leader in this space.
Yeah.
She understands that people are at the heart of everything, and she's built a team that reflects those values.
It sounds like she's leading by example,
Yeah.
showing that you can be successful in the world of finance without sacrificing your values or your humanity.
Absolutely. And this is a message that's resonating with a new generation of financial professionals who are looking for a different kind of career.
Okay.
One where they can make a difference and feel good about the work they do.
Now let's talk a bit more about the specific services that Apex offers.
Sure.
We touched on this briefly earlier,
Yeah.
but I'd love to dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
What are some of the most innovative and impactful services they provide to these families?
Well, one area where Apex is really pushing the boundaries is in impact investing.
Okay.
They're helping families identify investments that align with their values and contribute to solving global challenges.
So it's about using their wealth to make a positive impact on the world while also generating financial return.
Exactly. And they're doing this across a wide range of sectors,
Like what?
from renewable energy and sustainable agriculture to education and healthcare.
So it's not just about writing checks at charities.
Right.
It's about actively seeking out investments that will create a better future.
Precisely. And this is where the expertise of Apex really comes into play.
Yeah.
They have a team of specialists who are constantly researching new opportunities and evaluating the impact potential of different investments.
It sounds like they're taking a very data-driven approach to impact investing,
They are.
ensuring that the family's money is being used effectively to create real change.
And they're also working to measure and track the impact of these investments. So families can see the tangible results of their contributions.
It's like having a social impact report card for your portfolio.
Exactly. And this level of transparency and accountability is what's attracting more and more families to impact investing.
Yeah, makes sense.
They want to know that their money is making a difference, and they want to see the evidence.
It's inspiring to see how family offices are leveraging their wealth to create positive change.
It is.
What other innovative services does Apex offer?
Another area where they're excelling is in family governance.
Sure.
They help families develop structures and processes for making decisions about the wealth, resolving conflicts,
Right.
and ensuring that everyone is on the same page.
It sounds like they're acting as a sort of family therapist for the ultra-wealthy.
In a way, yes.
Yeah.
They help families communicate effectively, set clear expectations, and develop a shared vision for the future.
So it's about more than just managing money.
It is.
It's about preserving family harmony and ensuring that the wealth is used in a way that benefits everyone.
Precisely. And this is becoming increasingly important as wealth is passed down through the generations and families become more complex.
It sounds like Apex is playing a crucial role in helping families navigate these challenges and build a lasting legacy.
They are, and their expertise in family governance is one of the key reasons why they're so successful in attracting and retaining clients.
Now, let's step back for a moment and think about the bigger picture.
Okay.
What are the broader implications of the rise of family offices for the financial industry and for society as a whole?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
One implication is that the traditional lines between private wealth management and institutional investing are blurring.
Yeah.
Family offices are becoming more sophisticated and more influential, and they're starting to compete with hedge funds and private equity firms for deals.
So they're not just passive investors anymore.
No.
They're actively shaping the investment landscape.
Exactly. And this is forcing traditional financial institutions to adapt and to offer more personalized and innovative services.
It sounds like family offices are driving a wave of change throughout the financial world.
They are, and this change is not just about financial products and services. It's also about values.
Oh.
Family offices are putting a greater emphasis on sustainability, impact, and long-term thinking. And this is influencing the way the entire industry operates.
So it's not just about making money.
Right.
It's about making a difference.
Absolutely. And this shift in values is having a ripple effect throughout society as more and more people are starting to think about how they can use their resources to create a better world.
It's inspiring to see how family offices are leading the way in this movement.
It is, and it's a trend that's only going to grow stronger in the coming years.
Now, as we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Yes.
I want to turn our attention back to you, our listener.
Okay.
We've explored the world of family offices,
Mm-hmm.
the reasons behind their rise, and the impact they're having on the financial markets and society as a whole.
Right.
We've also delved into the unique challenges and opportunities they face and the innovative strategies they're employing to manage wealth across generations
Yeah.
and to make a positive impact on the world.
Absolutely.
Now, the question is, what does all this mean for you?
Right.
How does the growing influence of family offices affect your own financial decisions?
And what lessons can you learn from their approach to investing, managing wealth, and building a lasting legacy?
These are questions we'll explore further in the final part of our deep dive.
We will.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of family offices.
We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we?
We have.
From the sheer scale of wealth managed by these private entities
Right?
to the unique investment strategies they employ and the growing influence they wield in the financial markets.
It's been a real eye-opener for me, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But now, let's shift gears a little bit
Okay.
and bring it all back to you, our listener.
All right.
We've explored how family offices are thinking about their investments,
Right.
managing their wealth across generations, and even aligning their financial goals with their values. But what can you as an individual investor take away from all this? How can you apply these lessons to your own financial journey, even if you're not dealing with billions of dollars?
That's a great question. One of the key takeaways, I believe, is the importance of thinking long term.
We talked about how family offices often have a multi-generational perspective.
Exactly. They're not just chasing quick profits.
Right.
They're building legacies.
And while you might not be planning for generations down the line,
Right.
the principle still applies.
It does.
Instead of getting caught up in the day-to-day fluctuations of the market,
Yeah.
think about your long-term goals.
What do you want to achieve with your investments?
Exactly.
Are you saving for retirement, a down payment on a house, your children's education?
Right.
Having a clear vision of your goals
Yeah.
can help you stay focused and make more informed investment decisions.
Another important takeaway is the idea of aligning your investments with your values. We saw how family offices are increasingly incorporating impact investing into their strategies,
Yes.
seeking out investments that not only generate financial returns,
Right.
but also contribute to a better world.
And you can do the same.
Yeah.
There are more and more investment options available
Right.
that allow you to support companies and causes you believe in.
Whether it's investing in renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, or social impact ventures, you can use your money to make a difference.
It's about finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
where your financial goals intersect with your personal values.
And it doesn't have to be all or nothing, right?
No, you can start by allocating a small portion of your portfolio to impact investments
Okay.
and gradually increase it over time.
The key is to be intentional
Yeah.
and to make choices that reflect what's important to you.
Now, let's talk about another important lesson we can learn from family offices.
Oh, okay.
Diversification.
They don't put all their eggs in one basket, right?
They do not. They spread their investments across different asset classes, industries, and geographies.
Diversification helps to manage risk.
Yes.
And to protect your portfolio from market volatility.
And it's a strategy that's relevant for investors of all levels,
Yeah.
not just the ultra-wealthy.
Whether you're investing in stocks, bonds, real estate, or other assets, make sure you're not putting all your money in one place.
Exactly. Spread your investments around to reduce your exposure to any single risk.
And don't forget about the importance of professional advice.
Yes, family offices often have teams of experts to guide their investment decisions.
But you could also access professional guidance as well.
You can. Financial advisors, wealth managers, and even online resources can provide valuable insights and help you navigate the complexities of investing.
The key is to find someone you trust
Yeah.
and who understands your individual needs and goals.
Now, as we wrap up our deep dive, I want to leave you with one final thought. We've seen how family offices are using their wealth to make a positive impact on the world.
Right.
But it's not just about the amount of money you have.
It's about the choices you make with your resources.
Exactly. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out, you have the power to align your financial goals with your values.
Yeah.
And to use your money to create a better future.
So as you go about your day, think about the legacy you want to build.
How will you use your resources, your talents, and your passions to make a difference?
It's a question worth pondering.
It is.
And one that can guide your financial journey and your life as a whole.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of family offices.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights and inspiration along the way.
And until next time.
Keep learning, keep exploring, and keep striving to make a difference.